I truly don't want you to judge yourself harshly because you have this cancer diagnosis. We're all walking around with cancer cells in our body, but it takes years for these cancer cells to form and metastasize to become tumors. You heard in the last video that my cancer came on because of lifestyle choices. I was super stressed out, overworked, ate a lot of sugar, caffeine, just to keep my energy up, and I was not dealing with my unresolved emotional issues. So in this video, I want you to get clear on your lifestyle choices that you're making. I'm not saying this for you to feel guilty about your cancer diagnosis. I just want you to get clear on your lifestyle choices. And until you're clear, it will be really hard to make the changes you need to make. So let's take a look at your lifestyle habits, and hopefully you'll be completely honest with yourself. Print out the attachment below and fill it out before we move forward so you can have an idea of what kind of changes you need to make. When I was diagnosed 22 years ago, I did not have any symptoms. I was actually getting a massage, and the masseuse had me sitting up, and she was massaging my neck and my collarbone. And she felt a lymph node on my collarbone. And she said, you know, you shouldn't have a swollen lymph node there, that you really need to get that checked out. I really didn't think anything about it. So I waited a few weeks and went to the doctor, and he felt that lymph node, and I'll never forget what came out of his mouth. He said the first thing was, this could be cancer. I was totally shocked because I didn't have any feelings. I didn't feel sick, I wasn't tired. So he said, we need to do a biopsy. We did a biopsy. The next thing I knew, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. So when I went on to the oncologist, they basically did not know what the stage of this Hodgkin's lymphoma was. So they told me the whole gamut of what I was going to be entering into. It was chemo and radiation, stem cell transplant, which scared me the most, freezing the egg because I hadn't had kids yet. It was so scary. I mean, it took my breath away. Later, we found out the diagnosis was an early stage. I really literally had to go to 3 different oncologists to get an opinion, which I would recommend too. Don't just stick with the first one. Always get a second and third opinion. Because the third guy told me it was a really early stage. The other 2 hadn't. You probably do have a second opinion, but I know you're here wanting to know more. Like I did. I didn't know enough. And what I'm going to give you is some simple ways to really research your cancer and become the expert in it, because there are so many online possibilities of learning what is out there, and also there are so many other alternative ways to deal with your cancer these days. What I want to tell you is to just take a really big, deep breath. Because like I said in the very first video, this cancer diagnosis is not a death sentence. It could be a wake-up call for you to live your life a different way, like it was for me. It was a gift for me. So I want you to maybe dive in and think about that this is that opportunity for you to take a different path in your life, to be healthier, to be happier, to be calmer. Download the attachment below and take time to fill it out and really get in touch with some of your lifestyle choices and needs that aren't being met before we move on to the next video.